Texas Steampunk Connection, coming to you live from various parts of Texas in our bunkers and airships and whatnot. I am Flavio as usual, and with me as always is Thax, the gentleman adventurer, and Jack from Steamchest. And we have Master Blue Stocking. Say hello, guys.
Hey!
So once again, we are here to talk, probably about steampunk, most likely, because that's what this is about. Thank you for listening to the Texas Steampunk Connection.
Good evening, folks. It's Tuesday night, and you are tuning in to the Texas Steampunk Connection once again. Happy Mardi Gras!
Oh, that's right.
Ash Tuesday today?
It is the fattest of Tuesdays.
That Tuesday, yep.
Fat Tuesday. Yeah.
Tonight I came home, and
right?
my wife had a pot of gumbo and some red beans and rice and po' boys.
Wow.
And I'm really stuffed.
It would be too. Good night. That's amazing.
I really haven't eaten all day. I got stuck at work for 10 hours.
Oh.
Mm.
So I had a plate of nachos and my homemade nachos and a rum. So we're going to have fun.
And congratulations to you, Jack, on this new job opportunity you got this week.
Why, thank you.
It's awesome. I'm very excited for you.
Me too.
Did I miss something?
So,
I've been in and out.
Yeah, issues last job and switched to new job and all within like a 3-day period. And so, yeah, fast turnaround.
Wow.
So,
okay.
I'm still dealing with the whiplash. And
But this new one's better. This is good.
It's a lot better in a way, in different ways. So my drive time is not better. It is further away, and I have to drive like North Austin versus like out in the boonies to go home, which is really nice because I'm always driving the opposite direction of travel. Now I'm driving with the traffic. So,
Oh no.
but I am getting paid a little better, and there's not as many people to deal with at this current one, at the smaller company. So,
Okay.
Once I get everything capped off, it'll be easier to keep all the plates spinning. So
Once you get into the groove.
get in the groove.
Yeah.
And I just make sure no one throws off my groove or I throw them out a window. Defenestration.
Defenestration. It's the
There we go.
best
That's the
word for
anything. I just want to be able to use that on a daily basis.
the first time I heard it, I'm like, oh my God, that sounds terrible. What is that? I'm like, it's throwing somebody out a window. I mean,
It sounds like you're gutting
granted, it's-
somebody or something.
yeah,
like
it's
stringing them up
bad.
and just like taking a fish hook and just going like this with them. That's not what it means.
It sounds horrible.
That's something else. There's no word for that.
And there's been like 2 defenestrations of Prague or something. They like did it twice to city leaders.
I mean, at this point in time, it's now something you do to leaders you dislike. You know?
Just throw them out a window.
It's like France keeps threatening to bring out the freaking head choppy thing again, and then you have Prague said you're going to throw you out a window. every country's got its thing.
Well, I heard one time that part of the reason that France finally paved over the streets in the city center is because the cobblestones were handy weapons.
Oh yeah,
They kept getting pried up every time. And the French, they love to protest. They are amazing at protests. And they kept, that's a story I heard, is they kept prying up the cobbles and throwing them at soldiers. And so that's what prompted them to finally pave everything over and get rid of the cobblestones.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, it's right there.
Yeah. Wait, Fat Tuesday steampunk jewelry? How's that work? Is it like fat lady singing steampunk jewelry or something?
Masks with gears on them. Glue some
So
gears
yes,
on them.
shout out to Lawrence and Rita who have already joined us. We always enjoy having company. We know Lawrence and Rita will always be with us.
Yes. And we appreciate that very much.
Ooh, they sent it to us here. We have a link.
The steampunkbuddha.com.
I've heard that. That's familiar.
Huh. I like that. That's pretty. Those are pretty.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
Mardi Gras colors with the... Okay.
Gold and brass, bronzy with Mardi Gras colors. That's really festive. I would wear those.
I like the one on the end.
Yeah, like I'm not usually into square jewelry, but that thing looks really cool.
That's really pretty.
Like a nifty, like not a keychain, but something to have as a cord hanging off of something of yours,
Yeah,
like a shoulder.
I like it.
I don't know. Dax would probably wear it as like a pin, like a I don't know.
That sentence kind of trailed off there at the end. Kind of ran out of steam.
I'm still trying to get to the link.
Oh, did you not get there yet?
No, because
He needs a new computer, which we've been talking about.
I do. I need a new computer.
He needs to stop borrowing one.
Are you on a laptop or a PC?
I'm on a laptop that I steal from work.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah,
So-
those are never
I'm sorry, I just ran into something else I love that I was meaning to share with people. If y'all
Okay.
run Chrome and y'all really hate blindingly white pages, like Wikipedia for one that never changes color, or a lot of Google websites that don't ever change color, a wonderful little add-on you can get into Chrome called Dark Reader, and it basically flips the colors, so everything's black. So now I'm not being blinded while trying to watch this, and it's the difference between this and this. It's so much nicer.
I
Anyway.
usually have dark mode turned on for everything.
Yeah,
but
but dark mode doesn't
yeah.
work on everything.
Doesn't work on
works
everything,
everywhere else.
yeah.
Dark mode doesn't. So
okay.
those of you who are impressed with technology or need that in your life, that's the piece of technology I have found that has been very happy with my eyeballs.
Duly noted.
I know it's not steampunk, but
Hey.
it's like putting your welding goggles on. It's working.
We can make it steampunk. We'll figure out how.
So, what are we drinking tonight?
I'm on my usual, my Apothic. Yeah, Apothic Red.
I'm not.
I can get it delivered from Walgreens. So
Ooh, airdropped from Walgreens.
I
Jeffrey
needed.
Stevenson's on, sir.
Hello.
What's up?
I'm sure Thax has something interesting to drink tonight, though. Oh yeah. What is this
What?
fancy drink?
It's a hurricane, just like
Mardi
in New
Gras.
Orleans.
Oh, hurricanes. Yeah, no.
It's not Pat O's, but it'll do.
No.
Ooh, will it?
Yeah, that's why I ended up falling off of my shoes when I left Antoine's that Friday night. Because I got one of those big old hurricane slushies from the.
Make it a hurricane.
Oh, yeah. With the extra shot in it?
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
not do that?
We almost
like getting the
overslept
margarita
and
with
missed the
beer stuck in it.
reservation. Yeah. Oh, it was bad. Yeah. Broke those shoes right in half. Walking through the French Quarter with no shoes on because they just weren't gonna. Yeah, and Matt couldn't carry me, so yeah.
I'm sure you weren't the first one to ever do that.
No, I'm pretty sure that's.
No, but I'm
totally
lucky I didn't
normal.
end up with typhus or stepping on something really bad. Yeah, hurricanes, the devil.
The devil's
Lawrence
juice.
is on that Bellhaven Wee Heavy again.
Oh,
What is that,
man.
like 14%? That is a meal.
That
Well,
is.
you know those ginger beers I was drinking last episode?
Mhm.
So those are 11%. One of those, you're just like, oh man,
Wow.
wow, life was good.
Damn.
I drank the rest of those this week. I have another one today, and I'm like, oh, they're all gone. Rum. So we're rolling with the Kraken rum at the moment.
Ah.
That my brother got me for Christmas, and I'm doing it in my really cool little glass. So
Very cool.
yeah.
Although I did make the mistake, I ordered some Shacksberry cider from Total Wine a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't know it was a variety pack. I didn't pay attention to what all was in there, and then I got it, and one of the flavors was the yuzu ginger.
Ooh.
Yeah. It'll clear the sinuses. I'll tell you that right now. You open it up, and it just it goes all the way up into your brain.
There you
It was-
go.
It was one of those that was oddly interesting, though. I don't know.
If it's a little too weird, ginger pairs very well with root beer, and it'll tone it down a lot.
Well, yeah, but this was a lot of ginger. This was so much ginger. Yeah.
I understand.
I came across. Do you guys familiar with Josh Weissman? He's a chef that has a YouTube channel. He's actually a professional chef out of Houston.
Is he the one that like does like the 1950s, like dresses up and then like does the thing?
No, that's Dylan Hollis. He actually lives in Bermuda. He's living the life, man.
Wow.
No, Josh is this goofy, long-haired. He's very childish. I don't want to call him a kid, but he's a kid. I came across his video for making ginger beer, non-alcoholic, in so much as he's not adding alcohol to the ginger beer, but he is fermenting it. Gotcha. So I guess there's probably a little, but it was interesting, and you can easily make it at home. I haven't, but
yeah,
I could.
Now you know how if you ever so desired to.
It takes a lot of ginger. If you've ever made like kombucha, and you make the mother sort of stuff, it's the same similar process.
Okay.
You make, what do they call it? The ginger bug, and then you add some of that to a bottle of sugar, and does
even if you're making like simple syrups with ginger, it takes a lot of ginger to cut up. Yeah, so but once you get it all cut up, oh man. A lot of ginger goes really far.
I've had kombucha once, and it was
fermented teas. I don't know what it is. I want more of them in my life. They're just expensive.
I did not like the taste. It was the smell, actually, more than anything.
Americans have a lot of problems with fermented tea, but it's apparently one of those things that is insanely good for you. That
supposedly
a lot of the places that are blue zones where people live very healthy for very long periods of time, they're finding a correlation with the amount of food that they eat that's fermented. And like the only thing Americans eat that's fermented are pickles, which we're like the only country in the world that likes pickles. Apparently, we're just like we have this weird unsaid infatuation with pickles.
That can't be.
No, it is a thing. You go look it up online. Americans have an unhealthy relationship with pickles.
I mean, I'm not arguing with you, but I feel like other countries have different kinds of pickles.
I mean, it's true.
Like in Korea, they've got kimchi, which is pickled, fermented. It's just different.
Yeah. But it's funny to read up
and that sort of thing.
Oh, in recent years, American interest in pickles has apparently gone up. I mean, even
beer now, so that's
even
and it's
going.
Really
one of my advisors, Ashley Bender, she's got a pickle thing. Anything pickled she loves. But
you're not helping my point any.
Well, but I mean, if you look at like old cookbooks from America from the 17th and 18th and 19th century, even reading Little House on the Prairie, when Ma puts out dinner, she opens up pickles.
It's because it grows 8 billion cucumbers. So you got to figure out what to do with your cucumbers because you got 1 billion of them suddenly.
Well, I'm just wondering.
It just causes 8 trillion of them next year.
Well, I'm wondering though. It just sounds weird for that just to be a thing here when they didn't start here. That's why now you're going to make me start reading about pickles. Thanks.
So I remember reading.
I'll prepare a report for the next episode.
Okay, fine. That'd be perfect. I remember reading a report only a couple years ago.
What was that?
That was me.
Oh, you're watching the stream while
my computer freaking out. I'm sorry. Pickles.
I'm hearing my own voice. What is this?
I'm sorry. Okay, so pickles. Kimchi.
Fermented
German sauerkraut.
Yeah, sauerkraut's fantastic.
I don't like sauerkraut either. I like dill pickles.
I like a Reuben sandwich, and the tartar you can make it, the better. Like
you gotta have sauerkraut in your Reuben sandwich.
You gotta have sauerkraut that hits that points right behind your jawline that makes you like tense up so bad, it makes your jaw lock. Yeah, you gotta have that. The harder you make your jaw lock, the better that stuff is. You gotta be like what locks their jaw when it bites down? I can't remember. Outside of like
alligators, crocodiles.
I guess so.
Snapping turtle.
Yeah, like something that makes you can't let go because it's locked down because it's so sour. It's just
nope. I like dill pickles and I do like olives though. For olives, olives of any form and variety, I will take.
You're a martini girl. I could tell.
Yes, and a Bloody Mary with some olives in it. Ooh, although I did try a new drink last week that Ashley Bender, she had when we met it up at Harvest House, a Michelada.
Micheladas are good.
I've never had before. It was so good.
Really?
Yes.
It's a great thing to do with crappy beer.
Yeah, they used Tecate and the mix, and it was all fancy with lemon and lime in it. Yeah. He put all sorts of fancy stuff, and there was the salt around the. Oh God, it was good. It was so good. Yeah.
And if you're not an alcohol drinker, if you're trying to you're driving home or whatever, you can make that with alcohol-free beer, and it will be just the same. You won't notice the difference.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
If that's a value information to anybody.
No, it is. That's because it was just a really good taste. It was like really refreshing, and because it was one of the warmer days last week, I think. So yeah, no, it was excellent. So I'm gonna have to get that again.
Yum.
Well,
let's see.
I'm falling down on the job, so I am homeworkless. So.
Uh-oh.
I know I'm not doing my job. Please don't fire me.
Man, there's so many things happening right now. We can start talking about what to watch, because new shows or new seasons of shows are coming out. I just got finished rewatching Shadow and Bone because the new season is coming out next month. I wanted to be ready for it. What is it? Carnival Row.
Yes,
it's already started.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Season.
Yeah, it dropped on the 17th. It started on the 17th, so I need to rewatch the first season.
You know what's really sad?
So long.
We tried to start the Nevers last night. It's no longer on the internet.
It was on Tubi. It's supposed to come back in March on Tubi, I think. But the schedule was so whacked out that I couldn't. And apparently, there's no convenient way to record it, and it was all at weird. Yeah.
So yeah, we were trying to figure that out. So we've been watching a lot of his Dark Materials. We're getting close to the end on that.
I think the Nevers is going to be one of those you're going to have to buy it off of Amazon if it's on there.
I think you can buy it now on DVD or Blu-ray.
The whole thing, like all of,
I don't know about
including the missing episodes.
You'll have to do a little research. I'm not sure.
Never, because it was just the one season, right? But it was 12 episodes total.
Right, including the last 3 that were never shown before.
Nope, Amazon has 6 episodes that you can get for $22 for 6 episodes. Come on.
Yeah, that's where we are right now with that.
That HBO, man.
That's crazy because I bought like 24 episode seasons of some things for $25. 22 for 6 episodes is bonkers.
Well, it's brand new. Give it a few months.
Yeah, I mean 2021 though.
I mean, I can get whole seasons of shows for $6 at half price books now if they're old enough.
Well, this is the streaming. This isn't the DVDs.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the streaming. I don't have a DVD player. I haven't in a long time. I got hooked into the.
I still have a VHS player.
I haven't had one of those in a very long time.
Yeah, I have a couple VHS tapes. I'm gonna have to figure out how to transpose stuff off of.
Yeah, I think the last VCR I left it with my second husband when I left him. So that was a very long time ago.
You can keep the VCR.
But I read that the Nevers is going to play again March 1st through 3rd.
Yeah, Tubi's going to air it again, but the scheduling is weird, and they're like cramming commercials in there too.
Yep.
So I'll have to figure out how to.
So what was on HBO that you were telling us we needed to watch?
Me or
you?
The Nevers?
I was just talking about the Disney Channel.
Okay, because I thought there might have been something else.
She's not trying to watch Strange World.
Strange World, I still haven't watched
on Disney.
Yes,
I haven't watched it either, but man, it looks really cool.
It does. But every time I think about it, it's usually an hour before we go on. And also, I've been watching a lot of familiar stuff that doesn't require a lot of fresh thought. I just finished a Buffy Angel rewatch. So
I believe The Mandalorian drops soon as well.
Yeah, that one's coming out soon too.
Bad Batch is already out, and hell, there's a lot of good TV coming.
Yeah.
As well, because we're kind of were kind of sitting around yesterday because Cody was at a friend's house. We're like, what are we gonna watch? He's not in the house. We can watch something gory. And we ended up watching The Old Guard because I didn't actually get to see that.
The Charlize Theron.
Yeah, so
they're making
it's really
a sequel
funny
to it.
how
Really?
that show
Yes.
was written. My best friend and I. Hey, it's fine. You're good.
Puppy.
She's stuck at the top of the stairs, and there's a thing in front of the stairs. She can't go downstairs right now. But my friend and I wrote a series of short stories about a character very much in the same position as Charlize Theron in The Old Guard. So I'm watching this going, who read our notes? And it's amazing because also about the same time period we were writing together on some stuff that came out to be very similar to the Avatar the movie, not the Airbender, but the other one.
The James,
yeah. And so we're like, this is who really is stealing our notes. It's one of those things if you're almost like afraid to write it down because then it goes into like the human consciousness, communal consciousness, and someone's making money on my ideas. But I know it's not original now as an older person, but when you're like 16, you're writing this stuff going, hey, who's taking my stuff?
Old Guard. It looks like there is a sequel, and it's already
in the go.
Finished photography. It should be out this year. Yeah. Sweet. They greenlit. There was filming was disrupted temporarily in August of 2022, but the filming is done, so it should be out this year. Yeah. No, that was Charlize Theron is just. She's excellent. She's so good. She's just so good as an action. Oh.
Yeah, I'm very happy that they decided to make her an action star. I was really tired of everyone having to be under 25.
Well, you know what happened to her with the Mad Max, right? Don't you? With Furiosa? They're making a prequel.
Oh.
She's been replaced with a younger model.
Of course.
To play it, yeah.
Oh, no.
They decided to do a prequel and got rid of her.
Is the woman to play it. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah,
Give her another...
Nope, they decided to make a prequel and they got rid of her and they've got a younger actress in there to play her instead of just making a sequel for Furiosa. Yeah, and she was, not well pleased. So, but then she got Old Guard and everybody was so excited about
everybody's
that.
just like, nope, this is her thing still. I mean,
she is amazing.
Is she a vampire? Is she just an immortal? Is this the new Highlander? I'd be okay with that.
Yeah,
this
the
is
story
a great
was
turn
so
for
good.
the whole Highlander idea.
Yeah, the story was so good. Oh, I loved it. I'm gonna have to watch that again
with her just wandering around through history doing weird stuff. Like that was kind of my character that we came up with together. It was just a character that just ended up at different points in history doing important stuff and important battles and living it from the perspective where then later she's in the modern day and having to like explain this to the Nazis why she's alive for so long and because she got caught in World War II. And it was a fun thing. Yeah,
it was really good. It was a lot of fun. I think the action scenes were done well. The story was really excellent, and the love stories were. It was just. Yeah,
it was very well done. That's a very not exactly steampunk, but it definitely
the
whole like alternate history idea.
Yeah, the alternate history, and like I said, who doesn't? Well, I was going to say who doesn't love a badass female lead, but the internet says a lot of people don't.
I appreciate it.
They're not even part of the market. That's silly.
I don't know how you cannot look at her and just be like.
Apparently, I was told that if I had a chance to go for it.
Oh, is she on your list?
Yeah, no.
Is she your hall pass?
It turned out more like this. Lex came up and said, "If you ever had a chance, go for it, and just invite me."
There you go.
She's on
a date. I have to go on a double date with Charlize Theron and my wife. Okay, we can do this.
Everybody should be allowed a hall pass.
Jack, you would die.
I would die. Well, technically, my characters. I'm sorry about those dogs. They're all pining over here.
No.
Mom's downstairs. She's not upstairs. Why is she not up here?
So Lawrence says, "I wish someone would make Aeronauts Windless into a movie or TV series." Either of you guys read that?
I didn't. No.
I had to look it up because I haven't. I didn't read it. It's that Jim Butcher book.
Oh,
that he got his feet wet in the steampunk genre.
Yeah,
I think Flavio read it. I mean, he was
Maybe I
all
did.
about Jim Butcher.
I lost my book. I have it around here somewhere, and I was halfway through it years ago when it first came out, and I've been able to find it.
I don't think I've even heard of it.
Which is annoying because I really do like Jim Butcher, but I really like his Harry Dresden series. I've read his other series with his other one where everyone else is fantastical, but his main character has no powers, and it felt very, it's like set like in a Roman time period kind of feel to everything. It was good. I wouldn't say it was great to me, but he just does such a great job with his Harry Dresden character. I expected a lot more, and that's the problem. I think is that with the same one with his steampunk, I was expecting, I don't know, Harry Dresden and an airship would have been just, I would have been thrilled with that. Just do that, I'll be okay. But I got to give it another try because I know he's got like 2 or 3 books in the series now, so it's actually probably pushed itself a bit.
Yeah, the Cinder Spires series.
Yeah,
Cinder Spires. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got book 2 right now.
I don't know. Wikipedia only lists the first one.
Will there be a Cinder Spires book 2? Okay, maybe that's the problem.
Yeah,
apparently there isn't.
I would have heard that if a second one had come out.
Well, this was 2015 when it came out, but
oh wow, I've lost that book a long time now. I think someone stole it. I gave it to my brother and forgot about it. So apparently, yeah, the next one's already got a title. It's the Olympian Affair, and it's the second highly anticipated book.
well, yeah. I mean, it's been 8 years since the first one came out. So
Yeah, I know he took a hiatus on the Harry Dresden books for a while to help his wife to help write books now, and then he decided to go on build an RP game and just kind of did a whole bunch of like lecture circuit stuff and stopped writing for about a year or 3, and now he's trying to have it come back around and catch up. But I've actually been kind of ignoring it a bit because I don't actually want to read the next book of Harry Dresden right away because I know something big happens and I'm pretty sure someone dies that I like, and I don't want to.
Yeah, one of my favorite series. The last book that came out, it's like book 16. It came out last August, and yeah, it was one of those where I was 60 pages in, and I'm like, oh no, please no.
I don't read it. It doesn't happen.
And I tweeted about it, and the author retweeted me, and all these people were replying like, "Oh, just wait, just wait." Keep
You're like,
reading.
no. Yeah.
They rip your heart out. They know what they're doing.
I mean, the Harry Dresden's like 18. I think he's trying to write 24 books, 23 books of the series before he ends it. So
This
I'm
is
not
the
even halfway. Oh boy.
This is the October Day series by Shannon Maguire, and yeah, we're up to. It's about fairies though. Like it's urban fantasy. It's about fairies in the modern world and what they have to deal with. It's really good. They're really, really good books. But yeah, she broke my heart with the last one.
I may have to look that up. That sounds great.
They are. They're
How do you
excellent.
spell her name? Because Google does
Shannon
not.
Maguire. Seanan. Shannon. Sean A.N. The book series is October Day, but Shannon, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
But Shannon Maguire, under a pseudonym, she also wrote one of the best zombie series that I've ever read. It's the Newsflesh series.
Ew.
Under her pseudonym Mira Grant. They were so good. Just, again, rip your heart out, but so good. So excellent. Yeah.
Rip your heart out, huh?
Yeah. Oh, just, yeah.
Sounds like a zombie story.
Makes me cry like a baby. Yeah. Yeah. But see, she's one of those that I've read a bunch of her. I like the October Day series. I like the Newsflesh series, but some of her other stuff doesn't really, doesn't really work for me. But the October Day series is good. It is funny. So it's not steampunk.
Yeah. No. But speaking of zombies, has any of y'all been watching The Last of Us?
Not yet. I can't watch anything new right now. It's just not.
Oh,
I'm just not into zombies.
You're not?
So put it this way.
It's
These zombies are not your normal zombies.
These are fungus zombies.
Fungus zombies, first off. Secondly, they're really not even they're a plot tool, not a plot point.
They're a plot device, which is
but really you're more stuck in the humanity of surviving a post-apocalyptic event.
Because the zombies were the friends we made along the way.
Yes, and continue to keep making along the way at the least convenient time.
The zombies aren't the important part.
No, they're really not. And I know it will become more important later because they keep showing like imminent stuff, but it's just like that means nothing to me right now. I'm sure it's going to mean something later, but
did you not play the game?
No, I haven't played.
You never played the game? Okay.
I probably will be, because now that I see everyone posting the whole like noticing that season one of Last of Us, everyone who knows what happens in season 2 of Last of Us when they re-up the series, the whole everyone's just like, "Arr!" So I know a lot of crap goes down in the season 2.
There's no guarantees. I mean, they can rewrite whatever they want on the show.
Yeah, but they're following it really closely.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, they're following real tight.
Like
as far
a lot.
As
like it's almost like they're just following one playthrough of the storyline. Like, because you get to choose your own language of how you want to answer people, and it gives you a whole nother story or a whole nother direction in your story.
I was just thinking about Shadow and Bone, which I know we've all seen by now.
I haven't.
It's like the first 2 books.
The next season's almost out.
Shuffled together. So you get like the characters from the second book, the characters from the first book at the same time, and
you're getting like
just different.
Book 1 through 3 characters, and you get book like 4 through 6 characters, and they're just shoving them together like this.
Yeah,
which
I found very good. It was a good.
I'll stop hiding in old stuff, and I'll watch all of this stuff.
I feel like with this one, if they did just one arc, it would be boring. It'd be good, but it would be like that Dune slow vastness. That would be way too.
Dune.
It'd only be good for those people who like that kind of hard sci-fi. But having that second plot line thrown in there of like the more goofy characters that going out and doing things that aren't involved in the major arc plot. It's like Star Wars if you ignore the Skywalker plot line, and have fun down in the nitty gritty of everything else. And
that's how you end up with Jar Jar Binks.
No, the Jar Jar Binks unfortunately is part of the Skywalker plot line, but having things like the Mandalorian and the Bad Batch and all the tertiary characters that are running around doing all the actual hard work that of surviving because they're not freaking space wizards. All the normal people who have to actually go fight the war and not die.
The cannon fodder.
Normal, yeah. But so I feel like I'm looking forward to that series. The next Shadow and Bone episode series.
Okay, so that means I have to watch Shadow and Bone. I have to finish watching his Dark Materials.
Yes.
I need to watch Strange World. Carnival Row.
We're going to start Carnival Row here shortly ourselves. So maybe
I do. I have to rewatch the first season.
We'll get on.
That was like 5 years ago. When did that premiere?
I don't
know.
It was a few years ago. Yeah.
It was pre-pandemic, wasn't it? That's why I didn't think it was ever going to come back, because it was
right. Let me see.
2019. Yeah, it was 2019. That's why.
A little bit.
Yeah, so I have no idea. I watched it the first time and I loved it, and then I just, there's too many shows, man.
That's the great thing about ADHD. You forget everything. You get to watch it out again the first time.
Yeah, that's great when there's one season, but when it's like, say, there's like 5 seasons that you have to rewatch before you know what's going on.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, especially shows that like go several years in between. Like if you're watching the British series, like Luther, you have to wait like 2 or 3 years in between seasons. So I don't remember what's happened, except that it was really violent and really crazy. You have to watch.
Good reason to watch a show.
Luther is excellent, and they're making another season. Idris Elba, he's so good.
Lawrence wants to know if Star Trek Borg are classified as steampunk.
If Star Trek what?
The Borg? They're cyberpunk, aren't they?
Not to me.
I
would not say they were steampunk.
I would say they're cyberpunk. They're more like
we're going to plug your consciousness into a collective computer. Unless you really figure out a way to and then we're going to abuse your body as a processor unit. Yeah.
Oh, Rita, all the punks are good punks. Yeah. I started out with.
It's just you could make the Borg very steampunk if you wanted. I would do something.
No, yeah, you could. I mean, it'd be like what Star Trek by gaslight. I mean,
Gaslighting Star Trek. Oh, but actually, the Girl Genius did a very interesting version of like mental mind control that came with mechanics in a very steampunk way, and it was like with these murder hornets, essentially, that would like basically if they got to you, then suddenly you're now part of the collective under control of this mad woman, and so yeah, and it was basically kind of the whole queen bee aspect of things, and it worked out really well.
I'm Googling just to see if anybody's done Steampunked Borg, and yeah, they have. Steampunk Borg Queen, there we go.
Oh, no.
Oh, that is actually... Hang on, let me toss the... That is amazing. Hang on. Where is it? I'm not logged in, so I'm going to toss it into ours real quick. There, I tossed it into the Facebook chat, because that is really cool, and y'all need to post that. There. That is amazing. This is the Borg Queen.
Here. Pulling it up. It's taking forever.
Waiting.
Wow.
I told you.
I wonder if that was... Okay, that was obviously done in AI, but...
That is cool, though.
Works very well.
Put it in the comments. You're killing me.
Pop it up there. You killing me, Smalls?
Here, I'm pushing the buttons. Let's see.
I can do it.
No, not that one. Present. Not slides. What the hell? Share screen. What is this?
This technology is confounding me.
Confounding. It gives me the window. Yes, that one. Share. There we go. They've changed the buttons since last time. Okay, I'm sharing it. I don't know how to present it any more than that. There we go.
There we go. Look at that. That is so cool.
Yeah, it's a Reddit. We'll have a link in the.
Yeah, it's a deviant art.
Yeah, I've got the link in, and she's an AI art, but she's got this huge headpiece that's like bigger than her head, and
the copper,
and
oh, it's beautiful.
It's definitely a monolithic looking, scary collective machine behind her in the way back.
Yeah.
Background. Way back.
There's a very what was the old movie from Germany 19
Metropolis?
Yeah.
We've created a race of robots.
Yeah. a very modern day or modern take on Metropolis.
Yeah, I mean, if it can be steampunked, it's kind of like Rule 34, but with steampunk. If it can be steampunked, somebody has steampunked it. I mean, they just have. It's everywhere. Ghostbusters, the steampunk Ghostbusters was one of my favorites. Yeah.
Say again? Steampunk Boba Fett? Yeah, Steampunk Boba Fett was definitely one of our best friends and favorite people.
Yeah, the steampunked Star Wars, the steampunk Justice League.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. We know the steampunk Batman fairly decently too.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about Gotham by Gaslight before, haven't we?
Yes. Gotham by Gaslight.
Yes.
I met Dude Vader in Las Vegas.
Not
it's like Chad Vader.
Dude Vader, like Lebowski Vader.
That's what he calls himself.
Dude or just
Vader.
Dude?
He's like a
bathrobe,
sort of a steampunk Darth Vader, but he's very wholesome.
Yep.
Okay, let me look. Dude Vader Hero. Okay, he's got an Instagram account. Yeah, Dude Vader Hero. But he's like I don't know what this is. This is like a mesh of C-3PO and Darth Vader. What is?
Yeah. And he's actually used a number of like Star Wars toys built into his costume. And he goes to like children's hospitals and stuff, and it does a lot of like public appearances for kids. And he had kids like give him their Star Wars toys.
Oh wow! Okay.
And he builds them into his costume.
That is wild.
And he's just a cool, chill dude.
That's wild. That's neat looking though. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's not just it's not your average steampunk.
Oh, and he's got Dude Vader is on his on the costume when he's pulling up his wrist. It's got Dude Vader on there. That's crazy. People are so creative. I love it. I think that's why I liked the steampunking of so many different things, because it's taken, that thing that exists and what can you do to make it, to change it up, make it steampunk. And I love that. It's so much fun.
That I guess that's as good a segue as any into my homework, which I did because I have homework.
What is your homework?
So one of the things that I've never heard anybody actually come out and say, but prosthetics are very, very common to the steampunk genre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see a lot of people who've like built, steampunk prosthetic arms or what have you.
Yeah.
And so it occurred to me as I was watching one of my YouTube maker artist channels. This girl, the channel was Nerd Forge, and usually she's making like fantasy art. But this last episode, she brought up that she's missing a finger, which was weird. Like, I've watched her for over a year, and only in the last few videos, I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, she doesn't have a finger. And so, yeah, she brought it up. Apparently, she had an accident with a circular saw.
Yeah.
And lost
safety feature, obviously.
Lost most of her pinky, and she's got this scar that runs down her hand, which I thought was interesting because my father lost the use of most of his hand the exact same way.
Duh.
But that's not the story. The story is this episode, she's like, I'm going to make myself a finger.
Well,
because thanks to 3D printing and the powers of the internet, getting prosthetics for lost limbs is no longer, a hugely expensive thing that you'd have to buy from professional. You can try and make one yourself.
Yeah.
You can get some really pretty chunks for one, yeah.
So that got me thinking, that's cool if you're missing a finger, but I have all my fingers. But do I have enough fingers?
No.
And that's where I came across this artist engineer in the UK who has developed a prosthetic thumb. Not to replace a thumb, to add another thumb.
No.
Yeah,
the 3D printed third thumb.
Is it functional?
Let me see if I can. Let me put this on my. Oh no, that's
for your forehead.
How do I add my screen to this?
You go down there where it says present.
Present.
And you hit share screen.
Yes.
And then you follow the instructions.
Maybe that one. Yeah. Okay. Did it work? Oh.
Ah!
No, we're following. Oh, there
Here
we
we
go.
go. Now, there's a number of articles about this, but formlabs.com has got one where it shows pictures of her thumb, or evolutions of the thumb that she's creating that fits on your hand on the other side of your pinky. And it is totally functional in that it bends in all the ways the thumb bends, which is pretty complicated. And she's got like videos here of them being used.
Playing the guitar.
I'm not going to play the sound, but you can see like it moves.
Wait,
It flexes.
okay, wait a minute. That says controlled by the feet.
Yes, she's got a control on each one of your large toes.
Oh my god, this sounds really complicated.
Next to your toes, and a Bluetooth sends and receives the messages.
Oh my god.
So that you can move your thumb with your toes.
I could see this being a problem later. Drop the gun. I can't. My feet are stuck.
So as long as you never lose a toe, you'll be all right.
Well, no, if we lose a toe, I'm pretty sure we can replace it. You just have to squeeze your butt or something.
I was gonna say, what if you lose your? That's
Gotta clench the
wild.
butt to make your toe work.
I don't think I have the coordination for that.
You
It would
learn.
be amazing how actually.
You learn.
You've
In
clearly
fact-
never seen me trying to walk a straight line before. I have no coordination.
So she made this thumb just as like her college.
Oh, it's a senior
what do I want to
project.
say? Yeah, her senior project. But it has gone much further than that. She's from the Royal College of Art in London, and so after she made this, some scientists reached out to her and said they would like her involved in this study where they study brain development of the people that are utilizing this thumb and how the brain changes its map of the human body to accommodate the thumb.
Yep.
And so within like the course of a week, your brain starts treating the thumb like another part of your body. Like people can use it without their eyes open. They just used to where it is and can sort of visualize, feel where the thumb should be, and they use it that way. And
There's
so,
a little bit
like,
of haptic feedback with the strap too, so you'll know like you can feel pressure, so your body knows.
sure, I'm sure that's true. And there are other articles more about that part of the design and how your brain changes to accommodate this additional appendage. I thought that was crazy. That's super, super fun, and I want one.
That's wild.
And I want a steampunk one, obviously.
Yeah.
Look how many glasses of wine I can carry.
It's right up some of our alley, right there.
Oh no, that's crazy.
So
Wow.
there's
And,
another
she has-
gentleman.
She has her own website. She's gone on. I'm not sure if this, depending on what site you read, I'm not sure if she made these before or after, but she has built other prosthetics
She's the one that did, yeah, she's the one that did that one. Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
what was-
freaky deaky.
She's the one that did the octopus
tentacles?
tentacle. Yeah. Which is the one
Yeah,
I've seen
she-
more recently.
She has built a prosthetic for someone who needed a prosthetic, not like an extra thumb, but someone who had lost an arm, and I guess it's made out of composite materials. You know, she's an artist, but why stop there? She made that prosthetic arm into a tentacle
that is.
because why not?
Because
you
you
can have
can.
when you can have a prehensile tentacle for an arm, you know, why not?
Why not?
I just okay.
So yeah, that's what I wanted to bring to the table today.
And it's the second variant. You see, that says Vine 2.0.
Well, you know, I'm sure it goes through prototypes and
Oh, yeah.
development. But yeah, as I was saying earlier today with you guys on text, don't you need another thumb?
Yep.
I never really thought about
I know
it.
I do.
Well, it's interesting.
That's
because-
steampunk after dark.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing how well cyberpunk and steampunk really roll almost hand in hand. in a lot of ways because they kind of go through the same deal of body modifications is very apparent.
Yeah,
and not really it's taboo for steampunk to a degree, but it's also been like there's been a lot of like the Civil War. We had a lot of people who got maimed in the Civil War. We had a lot of wars where people actually lost limbs, and it was a big deal. You usually started surviving these type of injuries now because medical technology started getting good enough, I guess. And so you didn't just bleed out to death when you got something lobbed off by a sword or an axe. We actually could like keep you alive long enough to have that heal over now. So it became apparent we needed this technology.
Oh, yeah. I've heard stories about World War One of gents coming back from the war look completely mangled and
in pieces.
And society shunned them at that point because they were just so horrible to look at.
Well, and that's, I mean, in steampunk especially, because Nizi Shaw's Everfair takes place in the Belgian Congo, where, historically speaking, the people who were being forced to work the rubber tree plantations, they were subjected to punitive amputations. If you tried to run away, you get something amputated. So in Everfair, the people that are fleeing, the fugitives and the rebels, they're crafting clockwork prosthetics for themselves, and that's what gives them back a measure of their freedom and their confidence that they're able to fight back. And all of these these escaped enslaved plantation workers are being given these amazing clockwork prosthetics. So it's an aspect of steampunk that's always interested me. And in Jeannie Lin's Gunpowder Samurai series, there's a woman who she had bound feet. She was a Chinese woman whose feet were bound from the time she was young, so she couldn't walk properly. And so the heroine of the novels, the female as an inventor, she makes her clockwork legs from the knee down, and they're springy. They're so cool, so that because the woman is a bandit queen. And so, she makes her these amazing clockwork legs so that she can get around. And the way it's described, it sounds like the prosthetics that you see with the runners.
Oh yeah, the big,
like the blades.
Like you took a
they're like the blades.
A carved spring and turned it into a leg joint.
Yeah, that's what they're like. But they're they're Chinese and steampunk, and it's super cool. So that's always been one of my favorite parts of steampunk is taking that thing and grafting something that's going to help you function, but it also looks really cool.
The word the word just left me now that I wanted to say it. Something that means efficient and yet pretty, and that's something that's very much the steampunk motif. It's not ugly and efficient, but you can do something that is
functional and beautiful
on top of its function. It goes a long way. And I mean, it's
a big part of a lot of steampunk now that I think about it. I'm trying to think of all the stuff that Clockwork Century series. There's a woman named Lucy who has a prosthetic arm.
Even in Disenchanted, a lot of the steampunk people in that show had prosthetic bits, and so it's almost like at some point, even in steampunk, when it becomes accepted enough, it becomes an optional surgery versus a necessity.
Yeah,
kind of like that's when you start rolling into that kind of the cyberpunk of what makes you human if you're more robot than more
body
machine
mods.
Than man.
Yeah, but I mean, there's people that are doing things now. You can get RFID transmitters implanted in your hands for your credit card, or even the security system at your house. You've got it right there, which brings up, the horrors of what if someone wants to get into your home.
And, exactly.
That's in your hand. But I mean, body mods are getting more and more popular just outside of the usual tattoos and piercings. So I don't know. We're getting there.
Yep. I mean, we have the ability to put a screen under your skin that projects through the skin that can show you color video.
That is wild.
I'm just like, and it hasn't given anybody or the people who've done it and the trials have not had any issues with the body reacting to it. So
Yeah.
just like, okay, we're gonna have people with really gnarly tattoos soon.
I just want an extra thumb attached to my toes.
You just want to be able to grab beer with your feet. I get it, man.
I did see also a ring today with a finger attached to it that looks like a real finger.
Where are you finding this stuff?
The internet is a horrible place.
It is.
But the argument was this is for criminals who want to, in case they ever get photographed, they could say, look, the hands look screwed up. That's an AI art. That's not really me.
That's an interesting way to go about it.
I just want extra fingers and thumbs.
He just wants to be like, what's that? Cthulhu's nightmare.
God.
Everyone's grab bag. I don't know.
Well, so how soon can you order your prosthetic thumb, your third thumb?
I don't know if that's ever going to be,
And can't you do it on both feet or both
on the
hands?
market? But you might be able to, get a copy of her designs and 3D print one for yourself. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
We'll have to
there's all the
figure out how to go
sensors
forward
that
with
have
that.
to. Yeah. Good Lord.
Before we leave out, because I know we're hitting an hour now, I need to mention that I was confronted. No, that's probably a bad word. It was brought to my attention today by our guy over at trying to find my notes.
Yeah.
The Association of Ishtar. His next set of stuff
Bonsart.
coming out. Yeah. And I was going to drop his link to his new stuff here, if I can figure out how. Everything's bunching up weirdly on my screen.
So yeah, that Kickstarter he's promoting hasn't started yet.
It starts this week, I think.
Oh, does it? Okay. It was a cool preview.
If I can get the preview to buy the community standards thing in Facebook getting in my way. Go away.
Don't get me started.
Do anything! Leave me alone! All right. Well, it will be posted here shortly in the in the chat here for everyone to look at. At the word. Isn't that word?
Oh, I also want to remind everybody that the Galveston Steampunk event tickets are on sale. The event is April 1st, but tickets are on sale now. I know Johnny Steverson chimed in earlier. He is hosting that event, and it's gonna be so good. So get your tickets and get a hotel room while you can.
We got our tickets already.
Awesome.
Oh, I need to get my tickets.
Lawrence and Rita are getting a Laser Pecker 4.
Is that the new thumb they're asking for, or is that?
There's so many jokes, and I'm not going to make them.
You don't even need to, do you?
They make themselves at this point.
I don't know what that is, but I want one.
It's a dual laser.
It is a laser engraver.
Mm-hmm.
It is not. I'm so disappointed.
There had to have been a better way to.
It's a laser engraver for your prosthetic tentacle. Because that's what everyone needs. Couldn't possibly go wrong.
Good Lord. Jack, were you going to
a
show
laser
us something?
engraver for almost all materials.
My what?
Just reading the little promotion for Laser Pecker.
Lord.
All right. Well, I guess
Are we?
let me tell you about our patrons.
I'll tell you all about our patrons.
Texas Steampunk Connection is brought to you in part thanks to J.R. Seeger's novel, A School for the Great Game. Edwardian teen Elizabeth Bancroft resents being sent to the British India School for Spies. There, Elizabeth will learn the family business of espionage, martial arts, and Tibetan mystical arts. A School for the Great Game is the first in the Steampunk Gras series, available on Amazon. Also brought to you by Fair Treasures. Fair Treasures has a selection of Texas-made female-presenting costumes and accessories for Renaissance fair and steampunk wear, and one-of-a-kind imported jewelry. You can shop Fair Treasures at www.fairwithanetreasures.com on Etsy, or I know they're just getting set up for the spring season of Sherwood Forest Fair out in Dade, Texas. So I know Kitty was watching earlier. Thanks, Kitty, for tuning in. Check her out at fairtreasures.com. I also want to thank Jenny and Ryan Shaver on our Patreon, and a generous grant from Rita and Lawrence Allen. Also, if you go to Patreon, I've added new tiers. So instead of just buying us a beer, you can be on our list of aeronauts, or let us know that you are a captain, or let's see, I've also got a group level for full steampunk airships. If you want to tell us about your airship team, we will talk about you here. And that's it. From here, I pass this over to our founder, Flavio. Is there anything else you guys like to add tonight before we take it out?
Nope, I'm good.
I don't know. I think you're full. I think you're all thumbs here on this one.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning in who's been with us live and making comments. If you're listening to us later, also thanks for tuning in. We stream live every other Tuesday night at 8 o'clock on Facebook. Have a good night.
So, once again, thank you for listening. You can find us again on Facebook at Texas Steampunk Connection for any comments, questions, suggestions. If you know of something happening steampunk that's happening soon, we can put it on our calendar, on our Patreon, as well as the list of over 100 comics and graphic novels, steampunk and Weird West related.
You can also email us at texassteampunkconnection@gmail.com. And we're a streaming podcast, texassteampunkconnection.podbean.com.
And if you lose it on Facebook and you want to watch a rerun of this show at any point in time on YouTube, you can go find them on Steamchest.
And although we've made many, many jokes about Twitter, you can look for us at TX Steam Connect 1 on Twitter.
I never use it. I never look at it. I don't know. I don't understand Twitter. Once again, thank you very much. And until next time, mind your gauges.
Mind your gauges.